welcome back, Butch Morgan.
Hey! Yeah, it's
Make it sound like a lot of people. Anyway.
that's all right. It is a lot of people. You know, it says in the Bible, it says, I'm not worried about the 99, but I am worried about the one. So it's good that we're all in here. So thank you for being here this evening. It's always good. How about a nice round of applause for Wanda, huh? Awesome. Yeah, you betcha. And yeah, she was having a little throat problem. That kind of stuff is, it's going to happen to you. You can't help it. But I always encourage anybody that has courage enough to get up on a stage in front of people and play. For one thing, you got to be insane, totally whacked out, and then and it just takes a long time to kind of find your groove. And I appreciate being here. Thank you once again for inviting me to come play. I'll just start with this here. All right. Somewhere over El Paso. I always throw that in on the end there just because I'm from Texas and I can't help myself. I mean, that song is based out of Oklahoma, and it's all I can do to do it, you know. But so right at the end, I just do a little bit of El Paso there. I met the guy who actually played guitar on that El Paso song, Grady Martin. When I first heard that lick, it inspired me so I just wanted to learn to play like that. I'm still wanting to learn to play like that. And anyway, I managed to tell him that. What an influence that one little thing had been. And he said, "Oh, hell, that stunk." I said, "What?" He said, "That was the worst I played it all day." He said, "We took that song 47 times. The bass player blew the first note of the song the first 7 takes." He said, "I nailed the intro. The very first take was the best I've ever played." He says, "I hate that." I go, "You hate that?" He goes, "Yeah." So I base my entire career on something you hate. Well, but that just shows you one man's yin is another man's yang. It's good to be here. It's good to be out of the van. Although I did get new tires yesterday, that really helps a lot. Yeah. 3 flats in a week will make you buy new tires.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do a lot of things wrong. I do some stuff right. But the right things never get seen. The wrong things set there in the broad daylight. I forget important stuff, but I remember junk. It doesn't matter much. While I try and I fail, then I stop and excel. I don't understand nothing about that, but God knows I'm a human, bound to make mistakes. I need miles and miles of slack, man. I need a super center full of grace. I gotta understand. I may not understand what it is I wanna understand. I gotta know what I believe without believing that I know. 'Cause I just might wanna change my mind. Yeah, yeah. Oh, when I follow too close, I always find my nose is way too close to something called behind. So I pull out front, then I'm always looking back. It's a whole lot easier following than it is to be the leader of a pack. God knows I'm a human, gotta give this life my best. I really, really feel it's a big, big deal. I don't think it's just a test. I gotta understand. I may not understand what it is I wanna understand. I gotta know what I believe without believing that I know. Just might wanna change my mind. 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 Whoa, had a real good friend. He lived out on a limb. One day on a whim I thought I'd climb up there and have a little talk with him. Well, the conversation got heavy and the old limb broke. Fell into a bad disagreement. That was all she wrote. God knows I'm a human, bound to make mistakes. Sometimes it's all my fault, man. Sometimes it's just the breaks. I gotta understand. I may not understand what it is I wanna comprehend. I gotta know what I believe without believing that I know it all. I gotta know what I believe without believing that I know it all. I gotta know what I believe without believing that I know. 'Cause I just might wanna change my mind. Thank you. played yesterday at this little place on the river, San Antonio, called Bariba. And that's a new, the owners are really hepped up on trying to bring original music down to the river. And for the tourists, they're not interested in the locals coming at all, and which is fine, because the locals aren't going to come downtown, so because it's $12 parking and all that stuff. But it's great because they're doing gigs like from 12 to 2, and from 3 to 5:30, and from 6 to 9, and from 10 to 1. I mean, so you can work all day long if you want to. It's really nice, and all the employees like you. Like, it's crazy. I'm playing at a club where people actually like me. I mean the employees. The audience usually likes me a lot, but the employees are always, "Come on, don't you know any Skinnerd?" But these guys aren't. They're coming from behind the kitchen door to buy CDs, and it's really great. So yeah, I'm excited about getting to play there. So if y'all came down there, you would be tourists, and so you fit right in. Just wear a camera, and a Hawaiian shirt, and come on down. All right, so as a song assignment, a couple of years ago, this is kind of a new song, so I'll do it for you. As a song assignment, I was told to write 2 true stories and to tie them together somehow. They didn't have to be related, just 2 stories out of my life, 2 things that happened. So I just happened to have my journal with me, and I looked through the journal, and I found a couple of stories, and I joined them together. And then it ended up being, the song is called That's Just What I Get. You ever have the feeling when something happens to you, like you're the only one on the planet that has ever happened to exactly like that? Like, because you get your cuff caught on something and you spill your coffee, and you fall with your nose on the coffee, and you actually suck coffee down your nose, and you stand up and bump your head on a lamp, and you turn around, and your mother-in-law is standing there. Yeah, I mean, those things you can't. Yeah, you can't write that up. So it's special. So you can look at it like, oh, why did that happen to me? Or else you can look at it and go, oh, that happened to me. I'm special. So these two things are kind of about that. This called That's Just What I Get. You're going to ask me at the end of the song. I don't have the red beret. I usually wear a red beret, but I don't have it with me. But it's in the song, and it's got its own part in the story. Here we go. Hope I can do it without laughing all the way through. While I was working on my car, I had her up on blocks. I gave the wrench a mighty tug, and down that car did drop. Well, it landed on my leg, and it pinned me to the ground. I started hollering and screaming. No one could hear me. I live a long way out of town, but I'm a lucky man, I'll say, 'cause it only had me by the pants. So I pulled them off as fast as I could, and I started doing this little hallelujah, I can still dance. Now, I don't know why I didn't go in the house right then. But I don't always do what I should. When you're dancing naked from the waist down in your front yard, things can go from great to just plain no good, 'cause up pulled a minivan full of Jehovah's Witnesses, followed immediately by the UPS. For some strange reason, my mother-in-law decided to come over for a little visit. The timing of all this was not the best, I guess. Oh, but that's just what I get. That's what I get. Now this kind of stuff never happens to anyone else, no. It's what I get. Okay, I went camping with my wife, 'cause we needed a little quality time. We were all set up in this beautiful spot down in Garner Park. Life was perfect, so sublime. Then it started kind of clouding up. She said, honey, it looks like rain. I said, that's okay. I'll put on the rain flap, baby. I grabbed my favorite red beret. By the time I got outside, the wind was really blowing. But still, I did get that rain flap on. But somehow, in all the confusion, I realized my favorite red beret was gone. I didn't care. I just climbed back inside to kind of snuggle up. Of course, you know it's Texas. Never rained a drop all night. But at some point, I woke up under a whole lot of pressure. See, my bladder was pretty tight. So I stepped outside under clear blue sky, just to let the water flow. And in the morning, I found my red beret. It was completely sold. Oh, but that's just what I get. You don't get that. That's just what I get. Now this kind of stuff never happens to anyone else. No, no, it's what I get. That's just what I get. That's just what I get. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I peed in my own hat. It wasn't a pretty thing. The sad part of it is I still have the hat, and I wear it quite often, but I've washed it a couple. And the Divine, where I live, Divine, Texas, is south of San Antonio, 40 miles or so, and it's always been very dry down there. And I mean, we have a little rain that comes down, but you know, we make our money. Most of the farmers make their money on cattle and peanuts and watermelon. And so we do have irrigation that comes from Medina Lake, which this year is pretty dry, and so the irrigation stopped. All the cattle ponds dried up. The cattlemen couldn't buy hay. There's nothing for them to do. The farmers couldn't raise anything. Since January, we haven't had any rain. And so one day just driving, I took a mark slot. You can see it on the dash. I took a mark slot and wrote the word dry on my dash, just as some kind of thing. And I drove around for 6 or 7 months with that word up there, and I kept thinking I was going to write that song, and I finally did. Dry. It's a creek in Texas, lays there waiting on rain, broken. A strand of barbed wire on a fence has seen better days. Useless. It's an abandoned old pickup. Sits there in rust and decay. Empty. That's a bottle once held good whiskey, but now it's been thrown away. These are things familiar, things that I know. Like the blue that'll kill you if you don't let it go. Falling, a tree on a hillside whose roots finally let go. Tired, a wore out work boot with a big old hole in the sole. Now when the ill winds start blowing, all the dirt everywhere, hard to tell where you're going. It's hard to know when you're there. Dry, a creek in Texas and the forecast just says dry. Thank you.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Exactly what it was.
You tell them we said so.
Yeah, all
I
right.
think Butch
That's
Morgan needs to have the hit on that.
Well,
Well,
I
yeah.
agree with you on that.
But if Willie buys it.
Yeah,
Butch should be
wouldn't mind a little
happy.
Willie money. That'd be all right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with having Willie money. Right?
Says, you know, because my friend Johnny Bush wrote Whiskey River, and Willie's recorded that song 28 times.
Oh, really?
He's recorded it on every album he's done since he recorded it.
Well,
He puts it on every album. So Johnny's one of his all-time best friends, and Johnny's career was like in the tank when he wrote that song, and his voice went away, and he couldn't sing anymore. And Willie decided he's going to cut that song, and every year, every time he cuts a CD that he gets a chance to do it, he puts that song on there, and Johnny gets a bunch of money. And so it's, you know, it's like, it's the greatest thing, you know. So what a sweet thing for a guy to do. Anybody know who Joseph Campbell is? He's not a really religious guy. He's a mythologist. Joseph Campbell. He was on the Bill Maher show one time, and they did this little thing called The Power of Myth. I saw it the first time in 1990. And I was nothing but a drug addict at that point in my life. And I was looking for something a little better than that. And this kind of led me to my Lord and Savior, this little idea of following your bliss, whatever that may mean to you. When you seek direction, you're tired of the run around. Through deep reflection, still no answer can be found. When you need something to give you a new start, it's as close as the beating of your heart. When you're simply at a loss to figure this thing out, when the ceiling starts to fall and the life is thrown about, when you need something to put you in your place, it's as close as a smile on your face. Just follow, follow, follow your bliss. Come on, ladies. Follow, follow, follow your bliss. It is no secret, it's no great mystery. You simply listen to your heart, chase your every dream. When you need something to put you in your place, it's as close as a smile on your face. Follow, follow, follow your bliss. Follow, follow, follow your bliss. Come on now. Follow, follow, follow your bliss. Follow, follow, follow your bliss. And if you want some fun, sing Oh Bloody Blood Da. All right, I want to do some songs we didn't do last time. Did I do the animal song?
No.
Let's do that.
Do we make animal noises for you?
Actually, you can. Actually, it is a sing along, and the part you do is whoop. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty easy.
The whoop along?
Yeah, it's a whoop along. It's when I recorded my new CD, my producer guy Jonathan Bird told me, he says, ask your wife for a song, because typically songwriters' wives all have a song that they like that the songwriter probably doesn't even think about anymore. So I've been married, 28 years, and so he said, just ask her, So I asked her, and this is the song that she suggested. I go, that? You like that song? She goes, I've always liked that song. That's a stupid song. Why? I would never put that on a CD. But I sent it to him, and he picked it to go on the CD. So he knew what was best. Yeah, and I got lots of airplay on this song. So it ended up being a really good song for me. So it starts so you go, whoop, whoop. That's it. So. Come on now. I used to be an animal. Once I was the grass. I was air, I was water. Man, I was the gas. I used to be the Amazon when it was just a creek. Once I was so mountain strong, I was always at my peak. Now something inside is dying, something inside is crying. It won't leave me alone. Wow, wow, on your turn. I used to be a horny toad with eyes that did not blink. Once I was a mother lode of iron and gold and zinc. I used to be this mighty amoeba waiting just to split. Then I was a pachyderm, and that's a life I can't forget. Now something inside is dying, something inside is crying. It won't leave me alone. I used to be the ocean blue-green. Once I was the sky. You know, once I was so beautiful. Hell, I thought I'd never die. I used to be the Amazon when it was just a creek. Once I was so mountain strong, I was always at my peak. Now something inside is dying, something inside is crying. It won't leave me alone. Wow, wow, wow. Something inside is dying, something inside is crying. It won't leave me alone. Wow, wow. Dig in me.
Beautiful.
Since I was talking about my wife, might as well sing a song about her. She's a pretty girl, asleep in my bed. Wonderful dreams entertain her each night. No need to wake from inspiring slumber. She can sleep, it's the dreamer's right. Pretty girl, won't you snuggle those visions? Inside your dreams, there's a mystery of life, wonder-filled beyond conversation. A dreamer sees what can't be described. Dreams they have taught you all that you know. Just let them take you where you need to go. 'Cause dreams they have brought you to where you now stand. Dreams are like water. We are the land. She's a pretty girl, but she thinks she knows nothing. Inside her dreams, there's a mystery of life, wonder filled beyond conversation. A dreamer sees what can't be described. Dreams they have taught you all that you know. Just let them take you where you fear to go. 'Cause dreams they have brought you to where you now stand. Dreams are like water. Dreams are like water. Dreams are like water. We are dry land. Oh, thank you. Huh? We're 40 minutes in?
40 minutes.
We'll do one more and take a break. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How about you?
I'm wonderful too. Are we related? That's all right. I saved all the good songs for the next set.
That's right.
I did because otherwise, if you do all the good songs the first set, everybody leaves. So I did a bunch of just junk.
Oh, did you?
That was some great. That was some great jump.
Whoops.
Well, I think I want to stick with that theme, and I'm gonna do another song about my wife. Yeah, this is a new one, and this is brand new actually, and it's called "If Looks Can Kill." And no, it's not what you think. We were fixing to go to a party, and she went into the bedroom to where all of her, where she gussies up, and she stayed in there for a while, and then we got ready to go, and then she walks out of the door, and I'm standing in the living room. And my wife, I mean, I'm not kidding you now. I know most men will say this about their wives, or they should. My wife can come in out of the garden, have mud on her face, and just be completely, and she just looks beautiful to me. Just like, doesn't really matter how she's dressed or any of that stuff, because her inward beauty is so radiant. It just goes right through whatever. And so, but she always looks good. But this night we were going to a party, and she walks in out of the bedroom, and like my jaw just drops. I mean, I've been married to her a long time. She's looked good many times, but she looked drop dead gorgeous was what. So the first words that came out of my mouth said, "Honey, if looks could kill, I'd be dead right now." Because the way she looked just looked so good. And then she goes, "Oh, maybe we should take advantage of that." I go, "Yeah, we probably should, but first I got to write this down." And then
Oh my God! Killed the mood.
anyway,
Look, they could
So just keep that in mind when I'm singing the song. All the verses have something to do with her just being beautiful in the room, okay? And what would happen if looks really could kill? If that would actually be the case, I wouldn't be here right now. So, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, if looks could kill, I would have died just now. You walked in, stole my breath. If looks could kill, you know I would not have survived. Oh, if looks could have killed, well, my friends and family would be gathered together, sharing their memories of me. Yeah, if looks could kill, you know I would not be alive. It would be involuntary manslaughter, murder in the third degree. Oh, but there was no ill intent. You were innocent as you could be. Should I take the chance? Take a second glance? Maybe that wouldn't be so wise, 'cause if looks can kill, I just might die. Yeah, if looks can kill, then I'm eye to eye with my demise. Sweet, isn't that sweet? Thank you. Take a little break and come right back.